Hello everyone, it's Margaret here with 60andme. I have not done a makeup tutorial in a while, and I just been reflecting on the products that I've been using over the last few years, and I have honestly come to a conclusion, a decision. I am never buying luxury makeup again. There's absolutely no product that I will spend luxury prices for. I am going to be shopping in the drugstore. And I just think that's where the most interesting products are, the most innovation is. And I'm not that attracted by brand in that way. So I can't really say that I have any favorites that are expensive. Now there is one eye product, and I'll talk about that later, that I really do like. But other than that, I am a drugstore girl. I love it. And so today I'm going to put some drugstore makeup on from Wet n Wild. Now I think that of all the brands in the drugstore, Wet n Wild offers in my opinion, the best value for money. And they're great products. I really like them. And if you watch a lot of bloggers on YouTube and other places, you'll find they are often, talked about as duplicates or alternatives for high-end products. So I'm going to get started now. As you probably know, if you've been watching me for a while, I have I don't use a primer, but I do have this Growing Younger Gracefully facial oil, which I always put on first, really regardless of what kind of foundation I'm using or anything. I just put this on. It gives a little bit of a color and glow to my cheeks just to start with. So that's the Growing Younger Gracefully. I'll leave the details, by the way, of all these products in the section below. So in terms of foundation, now Wet n Wild does, I don't know, it's probably, in my opinion, one of the best drugstore foundations. This is not the bottle it comes in, and I'll tell you why. The Wet n Wild Dewy Photo Focus foundation in the dewy formulation, there's a matte and a dewy. I use the dewy. I couldn't find the right color for me, so I blended soft beige and desert beige, and I put it in another bottle so that I could just, use it all the time, because that is, for me, a good match. So I'm going to apply this. Now, this foundation is, well, I just think it's beautiful. I'm going to pop it on my foundation brush, my BK Beauty brush, and dab it on rather than streak it on or pull it on. And I just think, okay, I'm going to just do half my face for a second. You can see already what a beautiful glow that gives. Now, I've got 73-year-old skin, right? So it's not going to be perfect. And I don't really want it to be. I mean, I'm really happy just, having my makeup smooth the edges and, just make me feel like have a good base to work on, and play with all the other lovely colors and foundation products that you can purchase. Wet n Wild has got an amazing selection. Okay, so I'm now, it's the bottom half of my face. I'm going to bring it up on my eyes. Isn't that pretty? I mean, really, this foundation, I think, costs around $5. Honestly, it's a ridiculous amount of money, considering that, Chanel and Dior and all these products you're talking 40, 50. And there's always a new one, right? Every minute you turn around, a new company has got a new foundation which is going to change your life. For me, this Wet n Wild foundation has been fantastic. I have some other drugstore foundations that I do like, and so I'm not minimizing products from other companies, but for me, this is just great. I love it. Another favorite of mine is the L'Oreal products, but in a way, they're not drugstore products anymore. They're $20. The L'Oreal products, which are beautiful, but for just a basic drugstore product, okay, I think that's okay. I'm looking in my mirror here, and I'm seeing what I think is an evenly smooth face. Okay, so that's the foundation. That's the Wet n Wild Photo Focus in the dewy formulation. Okay, so that's foundation. In terms of blush, now Wet n Wild has these wonderful sticks that I just adore. They come in different formulations. I'll show you the three that I've got here. They do a highlighter, a concealer, and a bronzer. And they come in these really cool little sticks. They are affordable, again, under $5. And, as far as I'm concerned, they're as effective and good as anything else I've purchased. Now, you play around with bronzers, and you don't need a bronzer, to be honest, but I'm going to put it on today because I think it's fun. But, for contouring, if you do want to create some shape in your face, it's perfect. But bronzer is one of those things that you kind of, use when the sun is shining and you want to highlight those areas, but I will put some on here, which is the place that people say to, start to contour your face. It does actually work. The most important place though for me is right here, under my cheeks, chin, because my chin is, beginning to have that sort of jowly characteristic, which happens when you're over 60. And I'll just dab this on. It blends really, really well. Can you see how that's, it's not intense, it's not dramatic, it just blends beautifully. And I love it. So I'll put this on first. How's everybody doing, by the way? I always put this makeup on and I imagine you sitting there watching and thinking, I've got to do this, I've got to get out and do that. But thank you for being here and just watching and having fun with me on my ventures with makeup. I love makeup, I do. And I think the older women have an opportunity to really shine. We're just putting a little bit of basic stuff on. Okay, so let me see what I've got here. I'm going to just do one thing here before we finish, because I have got a computer that has like a little buzz that goes on in the background sometimes, and I hear it on the sound when I play back the video. So that's the bronzer. Okay, in terms of cheeks, this is the one that is supposedly the duplicate for Charlotte Tilbury for the, what does she have? She has these blush bombs and all kinds of expensive products. This is, I'm gonna put this on my hand like this, rather than swipe it on. Oh, I see, I have the noise stop there now. Okay, I'm going to put it on my wrist, and then I'm going to take a nice little small brush, another, oops, I think this is the It Beauty one, which I love. It's got two brushes, and just put it on the cheeks. I love this color. It's called Peach Bums, this particular color, and I just think it's lovely. It's peachy, it's smooth, it's got a little bit of a glow to it, but it's not excessively glowy, and I just think that's, bring it up a teeny bit around your forehead there, a little on your nose. I just think that's really pretty. So that's the peach bums and the bronzer. They do a highlighter stick, which if I can find it was right in front of me, yeah. And they do different shades of this highlighter. And I'm going to just this one's called which one is this? I think it's called. I'll put the details below, but they're really. There's not a huge selection. I think there's 2 highlighters, so you won't have trouble finding. But I'm just going to dab a little bit on my cheeks. You can also use this on your eyes, which is pretty. And again, don't swipe it too hard, just dab it. And that's a little bit of shine. I love glowing in the world. Why not? Why not, I say. Okay, they also do a nice powder blush. This one is called, it's actually very famous, this particular one. It's called Pinch Me Pink. Pinch Me Pink, and it's really a sweet pink color, and I may just dab a little bit of that on just for fun. But this one, of course, is talked about all the time as a dupe for others, and I'm going to find my, this is a good brush for this one. Just a very, very small brush, or puffy brush. Okay. I just think it's really pretty. That alone is gorgeous. You don't even need a cream for that one. It's really, really pretty. Okay, so for eyes, I think for eyes, I'm going to do something really, really simple. And if you just bear with me a second, I got one thing from my other table. Okay, I wanted to show you the eye primer that I use, and I've used this for a long time. I don't know if you would consider this drugstore. It's one of these products that has to be ordered online. It's P. Louise, and I know there are some wonderful drugstore primers for your eyes as well. So I think Milani has just come out with a new one. If you're in the States, I think there's an Ulta one that's getting all kinds of rave reviews. So I'm going to just pop a tiny bit of this on my eyes, just all over the lid and up to the eyebrow. And the reason that I do this is that I have quite hooded eyes. I'm just trying to get a very small amount on this. It comes out so quickly. You don't need a lot. And so I like to have a base on my eyes. Anything I put on my lid is immediately going to go up to the top. And so I'm going to share with you the one product that I think from a luxury brand, or I say luxury, I mean, $25 for a single item. All of this Wet n Wild did not cost me $25, but there's one eye item that I want to share with you that I discovered it recently, and it's unbelievably beautiful, if I can find it. Okay, so here it is. It is by a company called RMS. Now, RMS does cream eyeshadows that I've talked about before, but this is a new one. It's called Eye Lights, and this is amazing. You put this on, and it dries within, I don't know, 3 seconds. It's a very, very thick, kind of fiddly little cream, and I'm going to use this one called Spark. This is a bit darker color than I might normally wear, but I'm going to put this on because I want to show you how it dries and how it stays on my lid. It doesn't go creeping up to my crease. Now I'm putting this on with my finger, which is, they say with a brush or a finger, but for me, and I'm putting it all over the lid. I'm not going to take too much time to smudge and blend and whatever. I'm just going to leave it there for a couple of seconds while I do the other eye. And I'm keeping my eye relatively shut because I don't want it to go up to the top of my eye. It's one of my things. I mean, it's just one of these things I don't like, shadows that go, if I can get this in my mirror here, that go up over my lid. I just want the shadow, the color. And it's a cream, of course. This is not a powder. Okay, I want to make sure. I'm doing this quite delicately because it can be intense and I don't want to have too much on there, but on the other hand, I want it to match what's on the other side. So you can see the color forming there. Very, very pretty. It comes in several colors, I think about 6 different colors. And I think I got it even. You know, unless anyone's not guessed, I'm not a beauty blogger. I don't do this professionally. It's just me, Margaret, putting my makeup on. There we go. I wanted to get it the same texture and depth of color on both eyes. Sorry, this is taking longer than it probably needs to, but I wanted to show you this. Okay, so now I'm going to leave it for a bit. You might want to just actually spray it with some setting spray or something to make sure it doesn't go up. But within about two minutes, it will be dried, and I'll show you at the end. I'll put some mascara on in a second. I'll just give it a moment because I got a great mascara from Wet n Wild that I want to share with you too. Now you can see already how that's actually, now it's dry on my hand. It's just a beautiful color. It's called Spark. So that's the eyes. Now I did actually do my eyebrows. I wanted to mention that to you using the NYX, what was it called? Thick It, Stick It. I've talked about this before. And I did already do my eyebrows, but I can just do a quick touch up to show you how I use this. You literally just brush it up on your eyebrows like this. And then just shape it. I did a little bit before, but you get the idea. Just brush it up like that and over. Not down, but just out, if you can do that. Okay, so that's the eyebrows. And the eyeshadow is staying. Okay, so the mascara I'm going to show you is really cool. It's again from Wet n Wild. It's a new one, and it's getting, again, rave reviews at $5 for the product. It's called Mega Length, Wet n Wild Mega Length, pretty package, purple, tiny, tiny wand. You see this? It reminds me of, there's one from Japan that I purchased before called by Suzanne, which has a very, very small wand like this. So I'll just put this on. It's got one of those wands that kind of grip the eyelashes. Can you see how I'm just gently pulling that up? Kind of turning the wand as I go. This is just, and so soft and gentle that you don't feel like you're pulling your eyelashes at all. Can you see the difference? I think it's beautiful, and I'm going to put it on the other side. But yeah, another great product from Wet n Wild that is affordable, and I'll do it just without, I think, without the mirror. Since I'm right-handed, it's a little tricky. By the way, I'm not going to do it today because I don't have it with me for a start. But curling your eyelashes after doing something like this is a game changer. It's honestly the best thing you can do. It's when you talk about transforming eyes by using different products, I just think when you put that curling wand, or you curl your eyelashes at the end, it just makes all the difference. Okay, so I'm going to see if that's the same. I think it probably is. What do you think? I can notice that the eyeshadow behind me is quite dark, but I'm not going to worry because I love it. I think it's so pretty. Okay, so that's kind of two-ish. Well, I've only used this once before, and I really do like it. Mascara, beautiful. It's called, what did I say it was called again? I'll put it all in the details below. Mega Length, Mega Length from Wet n Wild. And finally, lips. Now, I'm not going to use a lip liner. I'm just going to use one of their Wet n Wild colors, lipstick. If I could find my magnifying glass here. I feel like Sherlock Holmes here. The colors are always so difficult to read on the bottom of these. I think it's called something peach. I'll leave the details below. It's a nice lipstick. Their lipsticks are really, really nice and pretty and affordable. This is a bit of a dark one, and there's a reason for that. I got a great gloss I'm going to share with you. Okay, here we go. They're a small lipstick. They're not like a massive piece, but they're smooth. This is a semi-matte, and so I like that because it stays on. It's got a texture to it, and it has a color to it, which I think is nice. But then I'm going to put this lip gloss on, which is it's so fun. It's their I think it's called Marshmallow, Wet n Wild Marshmallow Gloss, and this one is beautiful. Okay. Look, isn't that pretty? I just think it's such a lovely gloss. And when you put it on, it's almost oily, like it doesn't feel sticky at all, but it doesn't feel lightweight. I can't describe this. It's not like you're putting on something that's going to rub off in 2 seconds, and it does last. I mean, you might want to pop it in your purse and touch it up throughout the day, but it isn't one of those things that makes you feel like you've got this heavy gloss on, but it gives you a great result. I really like it. And it takes a dark lipstick and kind of gives it a glow, that kind of glowy look on your mouth as well. So that is the Wet n Wild transformation. I mean, honestly, I feel I'm really happy with what I've been able to create here. The Wet n Wild products alone were about $25. The lights were a bit more expensive, but I really just wanted to show them to you because I think if you have challenges with keeping your eyeshadow on the lid, this is a really good solution. This is a darker color, but they also do several lighter colors. There's one called Strobe, which is kind of a silvery color, beautiful. You can mix them together, but it's just the one thing I would say that I might consider purchasing, at a higher price. RMS eye lights. So that's it. If you've got any products in the Wet n Wild family or just in general that you'd like to share, please let me know because I'm always on the lookout for good things. And I hope that you enjoyed this. If you did, please like the video, share it with your friends. We're on this journey together. Makeup is just part of our opportunity to shine in the world. So have a fabulous day, everybody. Take really, really good care of yourselves and know that you are loved. Take care. Bye-bye for now.